All right, hello, brother. This is Bobby, a.k.a. Shake and Bake. Welcome to my channel. This is a mix of gaming videos and also those video logs, kind of these funny stories that I love to tell. Now, you ready for this story? It's that time of year. We're all thinking about going camping, right? Yeah, camping. It's fun. You plan for it. It's going to be so great. You know, you see the movies, the pictures. You're going to bond. You know, it's great memories. All right. Now, reality check. Okay? I don't know about you, but I've had some of the worst camping trips you can imagine. And now they're fun. They create memories and all that. But there's also some that go horribly wrong. And I'm sure you've got some too. And if you don't, parents, if you got kids, you better take them camping. You owe them a horrible camping trip so they can tell stories like this later. And kids, shut your mouths, get in the back seat, and go camping. You need these stories when you're older. You need to suffer like we did as kids on these camping trips that are supposed to be so fun. You see them in the magazines and all that. The reality is a lot of work. You wake up hurting. All right, so let's get on the story. So we just moved out to a new state, Minnesota, right? Land of 10,000 lakes, beautiful, fishing, swimming, all of that great stuff. Well, that's great. So we planned a camping trip. We're going to go to, I can't remember the name of the place, but basically it's the headwaters of the Mississippi. It is where the Mississippi River starts. You actually can walk across the Mississippi River. So picture the family van, right? And there's 6 of us total, 2 parents, 4 kids, plus 1 more. You always got to bring a friend. That's a camping trip rule. You always bring a friend so they can suffer too with you and tell their parents about how horrible it was with you. So, hold on a second, guys. What happens is we head out, got all the gear, I'm prepped, ready to roll. You know, we get to this place. Weather's looking pretty good. First thing we got to do after the drive, you got to jump in the lake. So we do a quick dip in the lake, have fun, swimming and loving it. Let's get to the campsite. Now, something should have clued me in when I saw that there was nothing but RVs there. Didn't see any tents. I thought, that's kind of weird. Why wouldn't there be tents here? I didn't say nothing. I didn't want to panic anybody. I didn't want to, ruin the fun and all that. So I get to work, Dad's job, setting the tent up. I start setting that tent up, getting it going. Everything's going good. We're singing campfire songs. That's how they always start like this. Oh, they're having fun at 99 balls up here in the wall. Have fun. I can't wait to do s'mores later. It's all good and go. You know what's coming though. It's going to go downhill quick. Get the tent set up. Now there was a lot of there'd been a lot of rain. There was a lot of standing water by the campsite. You know, and if you don't know this, I want to tell you now. You think you may live in a place where there's mosquitoes, but if you have 10,000 plus lakes, guess what else you have? A bajillion mosquitoes. I don't even know if that's a word, but there are more mosquitoes in Minnesota, I think, than the whole planet. And these are a special breed of mosquitoes. They are vicious. Vicious. I mean, you're going to hear this right now. So all of a sudden, it was like they were on cue. They'd been sleeping in the barracks, the mosquitoes, the squadron. They arose from the watery area around us, and they basically attacked, and it was vicious. So we break out the bug spray. We're spraying our bodies. The kids are screaming. The welts are pussing up, swelling up. Eyes are shutting closed. We go through 2 cans in probably 20 minutes. These things are mutated. They are going straight through the bug spray. And I'm talking, this is like the bug spray that makes you grow a 3rd eyeball. I mean, this is bad. I'm spraying it right in my kid's mouth. The onslaught was vicious. So we decide at this point to retreat to the tent. We dive in the tent. We seal it up. A couple are in there, not too bad. And we think, hey, we got welts. We've survived the attack. We can hear them outside the tent. They're trying to cut through the tent with their little nose things, but they're not getting through. They're waiting out there to feast on us. And when you got to go to the bathroom when you're sleeping in the tent, about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you get that wake-up call, and you got to go out there? Hell no. They were waiting out there. Could you imagine dropping your pants and those things attack? So It's probably, what, 2:30 in the morning. I think we've survived this. We pack it up in the morning quick snapshot of the Mississippi headwaters, and haul butt home. It's over, right? 2:30. Yes, you hear that? Thunderstorm rolls in. We just went from bad to worse. Lightning, crashing, wind, whip 20, tents rock and rolling. The more rain that fell, the more that we converged to the middle of the tent because it was filling up with water. And at some point, I thought we would be swept away in one of these flash floods. Well, you're dead. You got to protect the family. So I said, hey, I got an idea to my wife. What if we all get into the family van, right? She's like, what? I said, well, there could be a flash flood coming through here, wash us away. Let's get in the van. So I convince her. This. We time this. We unzip it and we run. We carry kids. We throw them in the van, slam the doors because the herd, the battalion of mosquitoes is waiting at the mutated mosquitoes. They charge after us. We get in the van, close the doors. We probably got about 100 mosquitoes in the van with us. And you're doing this. They're all over you. You can't even feel your face or fingers. They're like pork sausages. They're so swollen. But you're in the van. Rain torrentials coming down. Tents getting ripped up. Here's the problem. There's 7 of us in the van, breathing heavy. It's hot. It's humid. You know how hot it was in that van? I mean, it was beyond hot. It was like Africa, Georgia hot. Okay? I went into that van at about probably 200 pounds. I think I left the van at about 120. Between the sweating and the blood sucking, it was the best diet I ever did. It was awesome. But we stayed in that van. Now, the problem is you couldn't roll the window because if you cracked it, the mosquitoes would come in. So there all night we suffered in that van. It was something out of one of these reality shows. It could have been a reality show. Could you survive? It was horrible. Next morning we roll it out. Mosquitoes are gone. I don't know where they'd gone back to their lair. Tent is demolished. So we decide to go to the headwaters, and we show up at the visitor center. They actually have a whole crew out who was doing a class on mosquitoes because they said it's the most mosquitoes they'd ever seen this week while we were there. What was the luck of that? All right. And so now my wife is so determined to show them. I could have left by right now. I could have went and got a coffee and called it quits, but we got to see the headwaters. So we, in our wet clothes, shorts, whatever, we head down to these wet, and this is the picture behind me. That's what we had to go down to see. We're getting eaten alive more. We have welts on top of welts. Down we go to their thing. Now we got to cross over this. Look at the picture. It looks like nothing, right? Until you get on it. Those rocks are slippery as snot. Between the rocks, the water moving, the mosquitoes in your ears and nose like you see in Africa movies. It was horrible. And I got to carry my 6-year-old son, maybe he's 5 at the time, across the rocks. Now, there's all kinds of people. There's a line going across it, right? And I got like a woman behind me and a couple other people, and they're all cool, REI and all that. And I got my kid on my arm, and I'm kind of trying to get it. I panic. Because the rocks, I'm thinking, oh my God, it's so slippery. And I lose my balance halfway across those rocks behind me. For a second, I thought about rolling and landing on my son. That sounds so horrible. But I was in panic mode, but I didn't. I wouldn't do that. I manned up, and in I went, head first. You got to picture this. I'm head first up to my waist, underwater, under those rocks behind me. I'm holding my kid up somehow out of the water above me so he doesn't drown. But I'm stuck. I'm down there with some trout under the rocks. They had to pull me out. And when they pulled me out, the woman was laughing so hard. It was embarrassing because I think half of my backside had come out, plumber's butt when I went over. And so the humility, not only of almost drowning, almost throwing my kid in, the welts all over my body, it was horrendous. So we haul butt back to the van, we jump in, And this is the best part. I'm gonna wrap this up with. This is the best part. Okay, I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but I don't know, maybe not. I compare camping to giving birth. Okay, and I got a lot of kids, so not that I gave birth. I was there though for all of them, right? What happens is your wife will give birth, and it's, I mean, so traumatic experience, so hard for them, incredible, right? But within a week, they'll say, and they'll say they're never going to do this again. But within a week afterwards, Mother Nature kicks in. What do you have to say? Are we going to have more? It's like something happens. They forget what it was like in there having the kid. Camping is the same way. You go camping, most of the time it's torture. The sleeping, your hips, the cleaning, all the stuff, the mosquitoes, the crying at night if you have kids, all of that torture. By the time you drive home, you start talking about your next camping trip. The same as childbirth. Tell me if I'm wrong. It's crazy. All right, guys. Hope you enjoy. This is Bobby, a.k.a. Shake and Bake. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the likes. If you can share the video, I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you guys are enjoying my gaming videos and these stories as well. Cheers, peace. I hope you guys have a great day and a great week.